let's talk about how Atomberg happened. And there was no story at that point in time on why Atomberg became Atomberg. Now you ascribe meaning to it, but back then it was just a cool name, right?
I think final year idea was to get into something entrepreneurship. I got placed, by the way, in ISRO as a scientist. And being a government job background and farming background, my parents were very happy. And I lied to them, and I had no other job. I lied to them that I got an extension and I can join back ISRO after 1 year. And I assumed that some magical will happen in 1 year. Right? Nothing happened. We were in a more poorer situation. We got into some chawl outside IIT Bombay campus and started some activity. That time, what idea to start, it was not clear. We just wanted to jump into entrepreneurship. So that was, some craziness. People first identify an idea, then they start. So we jumped into entrepreneurship, and then we were like, let's discover, what we can do. And we reached out to some of the colleges and research institutes, including IITs, BRC, DRDO, Indian Navy, and got some projects from them to survive. And that's how we got into data acquisition, development, motor designs, electronic design, but all of that was a kind of a project. We were not able to scale anything. And Shibam was also my chawl mate. He was also, joined me soon in the chawl. We had a lot of stories of failures, almost 5 to 6 ideas we failed. From 2011, I graduated till 2015. Even our incubation center was worried that you guys are always coming up with some new idea. One day...
It doesn't work.
It will work, yeah. Right, so we were losing our credibility every time.
And then the eureka moment happened while you were sitting in your chawl and looking up at the ceiling.
Yeah.
And then what?
If I remember, sometime 2014, right? It was a Sunday afternoon, and me and Manoj were actually lying down on the bed. There was no actually bed, so like just mattress, on the floor. We just had a good time. One glass of beer, both of them, right? And discussing about what else we can do, right? And we were just looking up, and it was somewhere in December, right? So the season was not very hot, not very cold, right? And Manoj said, why don't we just go and change the regulator, right? Reduce the speed. And I was saying, no, why don't you go? Right? And that is the time when you started saying, why don't you have a smart fan, right? Why just can we control everything from phone, right? That was the time when home automation was picking up, right? That was the point where, we figured out that why there was no innovation in fan, right? Why we are still seeing the same fan since decades.
Yes.
Right? And then Manoj went back, did some work. I think, he did a lot of groundwork there. And he came out with this, few companies, and they figured out that we can do a lot more beyond smartness.